Thanks for checking out this haul video. So I got a stack of Blu-rays and one DVD that I'm going to go over. For all of these, I got 6 of them. It's 7 total. 6 of them I actually got through Diabolik DVD, which is a place I love to purchase from because they pull from all sorts of distributors. So you can go, it's like a one-stop shop if you want to get like some Vinegar Syndrome while you're getting Arrow or Severin or Blue Underground or Synapse or any of that stuff. It's all right there, so you can just throw it all in the cart. It's quick and easy, so I like to purchase from them. Now, the other one is one that was given to me by my good friend Rich Smith because he had an extra copy of it, and I'll tell you why it's important, potentially, very interesting. But yeah, we'll go over it. I'll read the descriptions of the films on each of them just in case you're not familiar with them. But I have seen, yes, all of these. I have seen all of these. So nothing new for me, but maybe some new stuff for you guys. Now, these purchases were done through Diabolik DVD October, November of 2022. It's been a bit. They've been just sitting here. I just haven't gotten around to do a video. But I'm doing it now. So here it is. So enjoy. So I'm going to lead off with what my buddy Rich gave to me. Now, I think he told me that he picked this up at like a rest stop gas station at some point in his life. And for some reason, he bought 2 copies, and they were super cheap. They were $1 DVDs. And that's Night of the Living Dead. Still in its packaging and everything. I might just keep it that way for now, but looks really weird because it's like all like yellowy greeny, very, very odd. I don't know how it's showing up on your end, but it's like this yellow green coloration. And just listen to the description on the back. Oh, I'll show you the back first, but listen to the description on this and tell me what's weird about this. Radiation from a fallen satellite has caused the dead to come back to life. The formerly deceased have developed a taste for human flesh and are desperate to feed. Several people have barricaded themselves inside an old farmhouse to escape from the zombies. But can they survive the night? Experience the cult classic horror film Night of the Living Dead in its original 1968 release. This film is a must-have for any horror enthusiast. So, first of all, I actually didn't own Night of the Living Dead prior to this, so here we go. The other thing is, radiation from a fallen satellite has caused the dead to come back to life. It's never explained, and the reason that Rich gave me this is he was like, this is interesting, and I have an extra copy, I think you should have it, because it's never explained, as far as he and I know, what caused the dead to rise in Night of the Living Dead. It's not done in the film, and a lot of times, or I think almost like every single time, it's not done on any sort of physical media release. So it's interesting that this calls out a radiation from a fallen satellite. So very, very interesting. So that's that. Thank you, Rich. Big fan. Thank you. So let's get into the ones that I got. Now, the 6 that I got from Diabolik DVD I bought because 5 of them are Arrow releases. And Diabolik DVD was having a sale on Arrow releases. So I was like, there's a bunch of Arrow stuff I want to pick up. I'm going to do this. And then the other one is Shout Factory / Scream Factory. And I could have done I did a pre-order on it through Diabolik DVD. Could have done it through actually Scream Factory and gotten a poster of the cover art of it as well, but I just didn't want that, honestly, and I just wanted to buy these Arrow things and this one at the same time, so didn't do that. But let's get into this. So we're going to do the Arrow ones, and then I'll do the Scream Factory. So the first Arrow one is Shock. This is a Mario Bava film. I have reviewed it on my channel already. I'm just going to try and collect as many Mario Bava films as I can in my lifetime slowly. I'm not going to buy them all at once, but this is a really fun one. Like all Mario Bava films, it's really well shot. It's got the same on the inside. It's nothing different, unfortunately, but extremely well shot. Looks amazing, like almost every Mario Bava film. It's really kind of weird. I think it has the same kid who plays Bob in the House by the Cemetery. Very interesting. But let me read you the synopsis on the back. In a career spanning 4 decades and encompassing virtually every genre under the sun, Mario Bava inspired multiple generations of filmmakers, from Dario Argento to Martin Scorsese and Tim Burton. Best remembered for his gothic horror movies, for his final feature, Shock, he eschewed the grand guignol excesses of Black Sabbath or Blood and Black Lace, for a more intimate portrait of mental breakdown in which true horror comes from within. Dora, played by Daria Nicolodi, R.I.P., moves back into her old family home with her husband Bruno and Marco, her son, her young son from her previous marriage. But domestic bliss proves elusive as numerous strange and disturbing occurrences transpire, while Dora is haunted by a series of nightmares and hallucinations, many of them involving her dead former husband. Is the house itself possessed, or does Dora's increasingly fragile grip on reality originate from somewhere far closer to home? It's a good one, especially if you're a Mario Bava fan. I think definitely watch it. It's not, you don't want to watch it and be like, it's an amazing film. Like, it's kind of bad, but fun, but also looks amazing. So, like, it's good and bad kind of at the same time. I'm a fan, really like Shock. Glad to finally add to my collection. Now, the next one is one that I saw for the first time because of Joe Bob Briggs. It's one that I had been meaning to try and watch for some time. Didn't get to it, but now I did. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And that is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. It's a horror comedy, obviously, very heavy on the comedy. And I think the comedy lands really well in this film. And that's the big thing that sold me on it. Also, the artwork. I guess I should have shown Shock a little closer up, maybe. There you go. Shock a little closer up. Looking good. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, which is what we're on now. I mean, great artwork. Looks really good. Let's read it. She's back. Elvira, Horrorland's hostess with the mostest, finally busts out on newly restored Blu-ray with this long-awaited, positively bursting at the seams special edition of her big screen debut, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Having just quit her job as a Los Angeles TV horror hostess, Elvira receives the unexpected news that she's set to inherit part of her great-aunt Morgana's estate. Arriving in the small town of Falwell, Massachusetts to claim her inheritance, Elvira receives a less than enthusiastic reception from the conservative locals. Amongst them, her sinister uncle Vincent, who, unbeknownst to Elvira, is in fact an evil warlock secretly scheming to steal the old family spellbook for his own nefarious ends. Campy, quirky, and stuffed to the brim, with more double entendres than your average carry-on movie, 1988's Elvira, Mistress of the Dark helps solidify the horror hostess, Cassandra Peterson, as a major pop culture icon, her here owning every inch of the screen with her quick wit, sass, and of course, cleaving-enhancing gown. Not cleavage, cleaving-enhancing gown. I would think it'd be cleavage-enhancing, but whatever. Excited to have this one. I'll eventually rewatch it and do a review on it. The next one is not horror, but a lot of people who like horror end up liking this film for very obvious reasons. That is RoboCop. I have not owned RoboCop until this point. It's a very brutal, very horror-ish film, even though it's not actually horror because it's so heavy on the brutality and the gore. A lot of fun, wonderful film. So excited to add this to my collection. And if people want a review of it, let me know. Put a comment, because maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a review of it, even though it's not technically horror. I'm not going to read the extra stuff. I'll just read the actual synopsis. The film takes place in Detroit in the not-too-distant future. Heroic cop Alex Murphy is gunned down in the line of duty only to be resurrected as RoboCop, a cybernetic mix of spare human parts and Motor City Steel, and the latest defense against crime designed by the all-powerful OCP Corporation, who's not good, I'll just tell you. As RoboCop's memories for his former life as Murphy resurface, only his ex-partner stands beside him to fight against the vicious thugs responsible for his death, as well as a nefarious top-level OCP executive orchestrating the chaos from above. A lot of fun, a lot of mayhem. You can turn your brain off and just watch this for a good time. Happy to have it in my collection. The next one is one I thought I had purchased before, and I've reviewed it, and I love it. It's an amazing, so bad it's good film, and that is The Mutilator. So I thought I had it before. I definitely have it now. If you love So Bad It's Good films and you haven't seen The Mutilator, you got to see The Mutilator. It's great. Let me read you what it is. When Ed receives a message from his father asking him to go and lock up the family's beach condo for the winter, it seems like the perfect excuse for an alcohol-fueled few days away with his friends. But no sooner are the teens on the island than they find themselves stalked by a figure with an axe and a hook and an outboard motor to grind. It was originally released under Fall Break, just so people know. And the effects were done by Mark Sjostrom, who went on to do a lot, including Videodrome and Evil Dead 2, so the practical effects are good. It's a ridiculous film. It is horribly acted, but there's some really cool, fun kills in it. And it's a so bad it's good. I love it. So really glad to finally have Mutilator. Like I said, I have a review for it already. Now this next one, is also a so bad it's good that it took me a long time to get to seeing, but I did it for the 1970s horror superlative series I was doing with your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete. Finally got to seeing it because it was in the 70s, and I was like, oh my gosh, I must own this. Now the funny thing is, it got a 4K release, which is odd to me, but that is Microwave Massacre. A 4K for Microwave Massacre, yes. This one is an amazing, so bad it's good film. Like, the acting is just garbage, but hilariously so. It just is all over the place. It doesn't even make any sense, but it's a fun time. Stars legendary stand-up comedian Jackie Vernon, a disgruntled construction worker, as Donald, a disgruntled construction worker whose wife's predilection for hot cuisine drives him to cannibalism. Donald unwittingly stumbles upon a solution to the two major problems in his life, his nagging wife and lack of decent meals, when one night he bludgeons his better half to death with a salt grinder in a drunken rage. Thinking on his feet, Donald dismembers the body and sets about microwaving the remains, which turn out to be rather delicious. Trouble is, now he has a taste for human flesh that needs satisfying. It's terrible, but if you love so bad it's good films, this one is a must. A must. Even better as a so bad it's good than The Mutilator, in my opinion. High praise. Haven't reviewed this one yet. I will at some point. And that leads us to the final one. This was the Scream Factory one that I had to pre-order because it's a film that I was introduced to recently. I'd known about it for a long time. I finally got around to watching it. And when I did do a review of it, so it's on my channel, and I could not stop gushing about the film. I will talk to anyone and everyone who will talk to me about this film because I love it. And I was like, why does this not have a Blu-ray release? Why can I only find it on DVD? And then some months after I said that, boom, pre-order through Scream Factory. And that is The Company of Wolves. Yes, love this supremely underrated werewolf flick from the 80s. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's also the best telling, in my opinion, of the Little Red Riding Hood tale that's been in film format. So amazingly good. Angela Lansbury's in it too. Looks amazing. Has this wonderful, just fairy tale, ethereal feel to the whole film. It's beautiful. There's good carnage in it as well, and the whole thing is just this very interesting metaphor for a young woman becoming, or a young girl becoming a young woman. It's phenomenal. Let me read you about it. Fascinating and imaginative, this riveting thriller from director Neil Jordan, who also did Interview with the Vampire, brings the timeless tale of Little Red Riding Hood and werewolf fables together in a haunting, compelling, and eerie way. Definitely. A wise grandmother tells her granddaughter Rosaline a disturbing tale of innocent maidens falling in love with handsome strangers, and of their sudden, mysterious disappearances when the moon is full and accompanied by the strange sound of a beast in the woods. This was nominated for 4 BAFTA awards, including Best Costume Design, Best Makeup Artist, Best Production Design / Art Direction, and Best Special Visual Effects. It's a tale that will chill you like no other, definitely. It's so good. I don't think the inside is... Yeah, see, they don't do anything. Like, Vinegar Syndrome is super cool because they'll have, like, their slipcover has one piece of artwork, and then you take it out and the regular cover has another piece of artwork. Scream Factory doesn't do that, so I don't really understand having a slipcover for this in that sense. I understand why Vinegar Syndrome does it because it's like more artwork, but you know, you can see some of the stuff there. If you haven't seen it, like, this is a particularly interesting scene with like dressed up wolves at a wedding, it's very odd. But this film is phenomenal. Can't say enough about it. Anyway, this went a lot longer than I thought, and this is a good haul. So let me know your thoughts on my haul. Are there any titles you particularly like? Are there any titles you've never seen but now you're intrigued to see them? Put the comments down there. Or if you just want to talk about horror stuff in general, we can do that as well. That is cool. Do me a favor, hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. Also hit the notification bell button, because then you'll know when I'm putting up new videos so you can watch them and help them gain traction. That would be all awesome as well. But regardless, thanks for taking your time to watch this video. I will be doing some more haul videos. I think at this point when I'm putting this one out, I'm going to have my haul for my horror stuff I got for Christmas. I think I'll have that come out before this one, but then I think I'll be putting out another haul video after this one of kind of like some odds and ends that I picked up over the past few months. So yeah, but I know there are people out there who love these haul videos, so I'm doing it. There may be more to come because I've got a problem at this point. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. Until next time, keep it brutal.